Alright, hello. I was worried that, my... what are they called? Notifications weren't working? Because I apparently a few minutes ago received a follow from someone named Fragilitis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But you'll forgive me if I'm a bit wary on that front, since I've been receiving quite a large number of fake followers in the past few days. Or past few weeks, rather. It's been a while. But I'm going to spend the beginning of this stream, as usual, just doing slightly more menial side quest activities or farming or anything of that ilk, because people tend to appear fairly late to my streams. So, what do I have to do? The only main quest I have left... Oh, Alistair, hello! I was actually, Alright. I think there might actually be something wrong with the sounds, since I didn't hear anything off of that. Helping me test my, Yeah, something's wrong. Yeah, let me boot up the website that I use to play sound redeems. And hopefully that can fix it. Yeah, I was actually, I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit worried that you would come to my stream, Alistair, because I didn't want to, feel like I was forcing you into being my friend when I was at your stream talking with you. So, I hope you don't feel burdened to attend these. What was I doing? Trigger fire, that's the one. But I'm glad you're here. I'm definitely not, diminishing that in any way.
Wow.
Yeah. Trigger fire is still working. All of my redeems are still there. Did I do something to change anything? I don't think I did. All the images are still loaded. Alright, well, who knows? Alright, maybe I'll try that then. I just closed Chrome, so... I have to reopen it and go through the entire process again. Is my BGM still on? I hope so. Good. I'd prefer to have my BGM on while I'm working through difficult stuff. Yes, thanks for that. Definitely. Channel points. Let's turn everything off and on again. It's like I'm really using tech support. This could take a little while. I'm a bit sad that I cut down on some of these redeems. I liked a lot of them, but they'd never get used. I decided to try cycling in some more situational ones. Oh, hello. Toaster Pop.
Enjoy your stay.
Well, at least that sound redeem's still working. Or not sound redeem, but sound alert. Hello.
Please, come in.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Who's that? Sumu EXE? Right now I'm currently checking and unchecking all of my sound redeems because they weren't working. Ah, Gygus. Yes, I don't believe I've met Toaster before, so I'm assuming, Gygus, you may have guided this. And if so, thank you. Alright. I don't know how familiar anyone who came along is.
Come in.
Oh, Toaster Pop, thank you for the follow as well. But I'm currently in the fairly end game of Octopath Traveler, so if you're worried about spoilers, I will not blame you at all if you choose to duck out. Oh, and a hydrate from Gygus. Let me take a sip. Not really a sip when it's a water bottle. Yes, nice to meet you as well. What were you doing? Not a lot of people stream this early in the day. Oh no! The sound redeems aren't working still. How is this possible? I turned it all off and on again. Alright. I think I might want to hide those sound redeems so people aren't wasting their points. It's not your fault, of course. It's just a little error that's been happening right now. Not sure what it is. Here, I'll disable those so no one is fooled by the... What are they? There's probably a word that I'm trying to say. Sub-badges and memes. I used to do art. Alright. Less of a I used to do art and more... I used to draw. I still draw. It's not something that I've given up on. It's just something that I find I don't have much time for right now. There we go. I actually finished something that I'm going to be using as a promotion. I guess since a bunch of new people are around, this upcoming, what is it, Friday, I believe? Yes. Yes, I know how to do it through sound alerts, but you can only have, what? A very limited number of redeems or sound alerts. So I use a website called Triggerfire, which lets you have up to 20, and possibly 60 if you're smart with it, and know how to trick the system. I doubt I'm going to make it all the way up to 60. But the hello redeem that is currently hidden is actually one of the more fun uses that I found for the system, because you can attach sound cues to, what are they? The images, because you can redeem to have an image pop up on screen. And you can also attach sound cues to those. I'm going to head to the tavern and rest. So what I did was I set a whole bunch of sound cues to all trigger at the same command, but only one, and it's chosen randomly. So if you select the hello, which can only be done once per person, once per stream, because it's a single point and it's just a way to say hi, it'll pop up a random sort of message that is a greeting from either a Hololive member or a meme. I find there's actually far fewer people that are actually in the Hololive fandom in this community than I would have thought. But that's what brought me into this sphere, so... Oh, that still plays. Alright, enjoy your lurk. I was probably saying something important. But, despite my appearance, thinking is not my strongest suit. That is for sure. Yeah, exactly. Far fewer people know about Hololive than I would think. But, since there's a whole bunch of new people who came along with the raid, maybe, I don't know. I find that, probably. I find a lot of people don't stick around too long, but I appreciate anyone who comes along for the raid or anything like that. I'm doing this purely for fun. No real reason behind it. If you're enjoying your time, then you're welcome to stay. Alright, but about this game. So this is Octopath Traveler. It is a JRPG, obviously. You have a party of 8 members. You can have 4 in your party at a time. Enemies have this weakness system. There's, what, 5, 6 different types of weapons? Swords, daggers, bows, spears, axes, and blunt. His weaknesses chip armor away. We'll probably pick up on it if you stick around to watch. And I'll complain about things not having the correct weaknesses or
I am ready.
anything else that tends to be mildly irritating in this game. You don't have any fire powers, do you, Primrose? Oh right, I forgot I have an elderly woman who has one of the most powerful darkness spells in the entire game. Just tagging along with Primrose. No? That's unfortunate. Looks like I'm going to get hit by a tree. Alright.
The peacock strut.
Also, Cirrus, the party member that I'm using right now, is unbelievably strong.
My turn now.
And I don't know how to take him out of my party. Well, I do, obviously, but it's more of a, I don't know. What's the version of a rhetorical statement that's just a lie?
If thou darest.
I could easily take him out of my party, I just really, really don't want to. Because he's so strong. He's strong to the point where it almost feels like I'm wasting time using anyone else to attack. I could spend Primrose's mana to do, what, 500 to each of these? 900. Okay, not that bad.
My turn now.
Or, oh wait, okay. I'm just gonna do this to emphasize my point. Or I could bring out Cirrus and use one of his high-level super spells and do, you know, 6,000 damage in a single attack. Big numbers. Alright, but how the story has progressed thus far in this game is each character has their own sort of campaign that they go through.
May I?
Oh, it's one of those cats.
Letting the hunt
Alright.
begin.
I've killed one of these before. Only once. And it's very difficult. Unbelievably so. They have almost no health, but they have an incredible amount of defense and armor, to the point where Cirrus himself will only do single digits worth of damage. And they are incredibly talented at avoiding. So if you aren't using magic, you aren't going to hit these things.
Lightning, done my bidding.
See, there's a single damage, and I think, yes, as long as you hit it,
I am
it
ready.
doesn't run away. No penetration, no armor avoidance or anything like that. There are certain characters and subclasses that can reduce armor or magic defense, or increase your ability to go over that. But there's the only really way to strip armor is to do the relevant type of damage. The big trade-off is that magic never misses. So as long as you're using magic, you will always hit.
The peacock strut.
But the other thing about magic is that it can't deal critical damage unless their armor is broken. So, for instance, I'm just gonna have her drop a fireball on this party. Right, so you'll see that fire broke the last piece of armor on the front treant's defense. And what that means is that all attacks that hit it will do critical damage. So I'm gonna launch this attack, and you'll see white numbers pop up from everyone else, but red numbers pop up from the treant. That is signifying critical damage. Oh, yellow numbers popped up for the,
I am ready.
what is it, the rat man, because it's weak to lightning. But I think that's still only a chance to deal critical damage, and I just got lucky? I don't actually remember. Alright. Let's just bring out the elderly woman for fun. Oh, I thought she was going to use Tonitrus Conair or whatever. Ah, yep.
Now, what next?
And I think if it stays full health, it will run away. Guaranteed. Alright. Oh, and directly underneath each person's name are little pips. You can expend those to power up a single attack. Which I'm going to do to try and take out this Kate. Yeah, that'll probably kill it. Sirius is scary. Yes. And when you kill a Kate, it gives you a whole bunch of experience. Apparently, you can capture them as well. Hornet has a special ability that allows her to capture beasts. And it seems like they're really strong if you manage to capture them. But it's pretty difficult to deal enough damage without killing them to actually capture one. I wonder, do I have... Oh, here we go. That's right, I had business here. So, on this text box. So, I'm on chapter 4 right now for Sirius. There's 4 chapters for each of the 8 characters. And as soon as you clear one, the next chapter becomes available, but it's very clearly intended for you to go through chapter 1 of each one, then chapter 2, etc., etc. And Sirius is my final one, and I've left him for last because he is my favorite character thus far, or in the entire game. Thus far also works as well. None of the characters have managed to beat him out, in terms of characters that I enjoy. A story so far. And so, Sirius's search for the ancient tome led him to Stoneguard, where Headmaster Yvonne lay in wait. Using the forbidden blood magic gleaned from those pages, he aspired to powers unholy and profane, but Yvonne, more demon than man at the end, met his demise.
Preposterous! I am all-powerful. I am eternal, immortal. They were all lies!
Such were his last words. But who lied to him? And what was their ultimate aim? Was Sirius fully prepared to face the truth that awaited him? A foreboding shadow fell over him as he came to Duskbarrow. So very amusingly, Sirius's final boss, as they mentioned, Headmaster Yvonne, was built up to be incredibly scary, but he was probably the easiest of all of the Chapter 3 bosses that I fought. Somewhere in this town lies the Headmaster's ultimate destination. Given the nature of his research, it is reasonable to assume that there is a secret laboratory of some sort. I'll get to the bottom of this no matter what. Oh, is that a unique NPC design that I spy? Oh, it is. A very unique NPC design. One that I have seen before. To be fair, I only saw her from the back. It's the Headmaster's assistant Lucia, was it? Now that I recall, she disappeared after that incident at the Headmaster's house. What's her role in all this? Must not let her out of my sight. Or could it have anything to do with that weird runic door back there? Oh, well, shoot. Alright, I'm gonna reload my save real quickly. No. Maybe not. Ignore it. I need to reload my save. I didn't think that would trigger the next phase of the world. So, there's also a system in this game called Travel Banter, which is what happens when certain party members enter a town or an area or a part of a quest. Alright. It's a bit of a ways back. But as long as those party members... Okay, I can skip this. I already read it. Oh wait. Never mind. I can skip that. But when certain party members are in your party, they will talk to each other. called travel banter.
So,
Our journey bringeth us to Duskbarrow. Ah, yes, you're from this region, are you not? Aye, though I have never visited the town, I've heard tell of it. It is famous for many ruins that surround it, many of them dating to the Age of Legends. The Age of Legends, you say? 1,000 years in the past. For their age, the structures are remarkably well preserved. Master once told me a story of the ruins. He said that whenever danger or disaster is visited upon Duskbarrow, the people taken shelter in the ruins. Whatever era they were built strong using techniques no longer known. Lost architecture techniques, you say? My interest is piqued. I'm inclined to investigate after, of course, we have settled this affair of Headmaster Yvonne. Thou art confident of our success. I always am. Right. And it depends entirely upon who is in your party at the time. And I have a handy little guide that tells me exactly who I need to be in my party. But also I need to find the tavern without triggering the next phase of the quest. There it is. So that I can switch out my party members. Right. I also need to pull up the guide because despite this being maybe the final Octopath stream, I still haven't remembered to do that. Travel banter guide. Well, I won't need to keep this on my bookmarks bar too much longer. That's a positive, I suppose. Alright. I'll see you when you get back then, Gygus. Alright, Cirrus. Chapter 4, travel banter, please. Alright, Hornets first, then Therian, Alphen, and Primrose. Alright. Can do. Oh, and I forgot I can finally take Honnet out of my party. Honnet was the character that I started with. And the character you start with always has to be in your party at all times, until you beat their Chapter 4 story quest, which seems a bit limiting and slightly ridiculous, but still. Also, only Therian can open those chests. Oh my, it is weird having someone in the front of the party, other than Honnet. Honestly. Can I not change order here? Characters? Status? No? I guess I have to do that in the tavern. Cirrus has practically been my main character throughout this entire game, so it's only fair that he gets to take the first spot now. So refreshing. Right, but now I can actually move along the story by interacting with this door. She was just here. Wherever could she have gone? What's this? A button of sorts. Should I press it? Or why not?
I see.
Nothing happened. I should have known it wouldn't be that simple. Huzzah! I've done nothing. Oh, I suppose I just have to keep interacting with it, which means I probably didn't need to, reload my save. Should I press it? No. Pull it? Sure. So I must be losing my wits. How does one even go about pulling a button? I mean, if it's not, you know, flush with the surface, you could get your fingers around the edge. What of sorts? Again? Press it? No, maybe not. Perhaps I should bop it. Twist it. I'm not going to smash it. What do you take me for? A half-orc?
Aha!
Well, this is a turn. No, it was a twist, actually. I should proceed with caution. Alright, travel banter. Alright.
Oh.
Color me impressed, Professor.
To what are you referring?
Finding the hidden door back there.
It was no great thing. I enjoy coming up with little theories and testing them.
It's a useful talent. If you ever have mind to switch trades, you could make a go of thievery.
Me? A bandit? Now that would be amusing. But if I do fall on hard times in the scholarly world, I shall apply to become your apprentice.
Hate to disappoint you, but I'm the teaching type. I learn by watching and doing.
Observation and practice, in other words. That is the essence of all learning. If you ever took it upon yourself to become a scholar, I would certainly vouch for you.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm allergic to academia.
Hello, Pyromancer. My sound redeems weren't working, so, as you'll probably notice, they've all magically disappeared.
Though if he caught me when I was still young, things might have been different.
Alright. This should be Alphen, right? I want to get him out of my party as soon as possible. Not that he's bad, he's just a bit underleveled. Would you help me satisfy my curiosity, Alphen? Specifically, I'm wondering why you make medicines.
Huh?
I mean, I've never met an apothecary quite so dedicated to his trade. You could use your talents to win riches or honor or renown. And you forget to ask for fee, make no claim on those you help. Frankly, I find it unfathomable.
Ah, shucks. I just like helping folk who are in trouble. Right, question answered. Let's go, Professor. Professor?
I asked what I thought was a difficult question, and he gives me a plain answer without hesitation. A clever man, this Alphen. Very smart boy. Alright. I believe it was Ophelia that was next on the list of conversationalists. Goodbye, Alphen. Alright. Now everything is all set. This is actually a decent traveling party. See, okay, this is an enemy, or an area with enemies, so I shan't be running too much. Oh, pre-looted chests. You shouldn't have.
May I have this dance?
What is wind weak to? It's lightning. Okay, well,
I'm ready.
I guess I didn't need to ask that question. What are the other ones, though? Oh, just Sentinel? I think that means they don't have an elemental weakness. That's irritating. Alright, let's just dance the pain away. Peacock strut.
The
Oh.
peacock strut.
Alright, I'm actually going to have to get very used to Cirrus being in the front of the party. That's going to take some getting used to. It just feels so odd that it's only until you beat their Chapter 4 that you can take your main party member out. I feel like that should have been something that happened after Chapter 1. Alright, just steal.
Yours, mine.
5% chance is better than nothing. Which is roughly about what would happen if you just attacked normally. Alright. Lichtning.
The night risk to there.
Wow!
My turn.
That's new. Alright then. Let's bring people back from the dead.
Now, stand.
I am ready.
And I'm scared. Alright, let's try and take that one out of the running before it can explode. That was unbelievable. Alright. No, not rehabilitate. Vivify.
Now, stand.
Use all of your mana, Therian. We really need it. Alright. I think this legitimately calls for
Night risk to there.
even the smallest boost in damage. That was ridiculous.
Should have studied
So
harder.
strong. Oh well. Oh, Therian's got all his mana back now. That's good. And Ophelia her health. Alright, let's force some healing down everyone's throats. Alright. Now time to think about things. Should I give Therian the Dancer subclass?